What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Tuesday. Got a 15-game slate here tonight. Very excited about it. Didn't do a video yesterday because the slate wasn't very big. There wasn't like great options to really choose from. So I kind of just skipped that one. Wanted to wait for a better slate like tonight. So I got it broken down for you with my money six of my favorite plays on the slate. So before we get going, if you could drop a like in the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let's try to get over 70 likes in this one, and let's hop right into it. So there's a lot of different ways you can attack the pitching on this slate, but the first guy I'm going to go with is going to be Charlie Morton here at 10,600. He's been very consistent this year, hasn't really had one of those blow-up starts, and I don't expect it to come here tonight going against a bad Baltimore lineup. It's a big part downgrade for them. Going to Tampa Bay, they're only implied 3.1 runs. They're huge favorites in this game, minus 265 per Vegas odds. And Morton, really good strikeout ability, 29.9% K rate. Like I said, I think he has a great shot at getting the win. So those extra 4 DK points, I think he can get a good amount of strikeouts in this matchup as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then I'm going to get a little risky here. So there's a lot of good hitting on the slate. In the mid-range pitching, some guys aren't really in great spots where they really can have huge upside. So I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here with Ronaldo Lopez here at 5,600. He's been very bad recently, but he does have the upside. I mean, this guy was a pretty damn good prospect coming up, graded pretty highly, but he's struggled with his command and allowing home runs. But those two things are the things that can be limited against Tigers lineup. So just quickly talking about the BVP, he's had good history against his team. 2 games so far this year, 31 DraftKings points on average. So he's definitely not afraid of this lineup. They have a 219 batting average against them, 26% K rate and 129 plate appearances. So a pretty solid sample. Like I said, though, with the walks and the home runs, the Tigers have the 3rd fewest walks among MLB teams and the 2nd fewest home runs among MLB teams. So if Lopez can just keep those down to a minimum, go a little bit deeper in this game, he does have the strikeout upside as we saw in those 2 games against Detroit before. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. 5,600 really allows you a lot of upside with your hitting. And if he can just return value in that price tag, he's going to be very beneficial on this slate. So for my first hitter, I'm going to pay the money for Charlie Blackmon here, going against a rookie pitcher, a guy that's just called up, Urquidy. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's his first MLB start. And it's going to be coming in Coors Field. I don't think you could ask for a worse spot to start your career. Really high expectations, or just not high expectations, just really kind of, I don't know, high standards, or like high kind of, you have to be really good in Coors Field to have a good start. So at 5,900 here for Blackmon is a little bit expensive, but like I said, we saved a lot of money at our SB2 with Lopez, and I think this pitcher could easily get rattled in this game. Blackmon is going to be leading off the game against them, and Blackmon has been a man possessed at home this year. If you look at his splits, obviously huge. That's probably the biggest splits I've ever seen on the difference between home and away. Coors Field just has been that good for the Rockies this year. A 462 batting average, 16 home runs in 30 games. So just stuff off the charts. They're implied almost 7 runs in this game. So pretty obvious. Doesn't need much more explaining. Blackmon is my first guy. Lock him in there. Then I'm going to go with Alvarez in that same game. A park upgrade for this phenom here at 5,100. The guy has crazy power. Perfect park for him to launch one out of the park. It's not a great matchup. Marquez is a good pitcher, but he has been hit around pretty hard in Coors Field recently. And Alvarez does have crazy power, like I said, especially against righties so far this year. 400 ISO, 60% hard contact rate against them. Astros have a high run total as well, 6 runs. This is a big park upgrade for them. Houston, not really that hitter-friendly now, going to Coors Field. And I think Alvarez can really get it done with a home run. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. I'm going to go with Lindor as well. Really good spot. He seems a little bit underpriced as well at 4,600. Going against a guy in Jacob Junis that isn't very good. He has very good BVP against him. 10 for 19 with 3 doubles, 3 home runs, so 6 extra base hits and 19 plate appearances. So really good stuff. Junis is allowing 1.79 home runs per 9 to lefties. Getting knocked around pretty hard. versus anyone, and he has some stolen base ability in this matchup as well. Already has a stolen base against the Royals in this season. So really good stuff. 4,600, a little bit too cheap in a good matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third guy. Then I'm going to go with Jose Abreu. I feel like he could be a little bit overlooked. Going against Matt Boyd, he's a pitcher who relies on his strikeout ability. But going against Jose Abreu won't have that same upset, I would say, because Abreu is very sharp against lefties. Sees the ball very well against them. Only has a 13% K rate on the season against lefties, a 393 WOBA. And Abreu, we saw the last few games there. I don't know if he was on a huge hot streak, but the last few games hitting very well. 30, 14, 11, 8. So doing well there. And against a lefty here in Matt Boyd, very good history against, 12 for 24 with a double and 2 home runs. And like I said, Matt Boyd, really a big strikeout pitcher, but he does allow the long ball, so does allow a good amount of hard contact, so he can be beaten. So Abreu, I think, has a good shot. If he does connect with one, they get an extra base hit, a home run in this spot. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. And you got Charlie Morton, Lopez, Abreu, Lindor, Blackmon, and Alvarez. So I hope you enjoyed it. Slap a like on the video if you did. 70+ likes would be great. Thank you if we can hit that. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more plays the remainder of the MLB season. So good luck here tonight. Hope you guys kill it, and we'll see you back here again next time.